Forsaken, abandoned to the dark, what choice but to follow the flame?
Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 35 of our Drazhoath the Ashen Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, we're here with our cute and cuddly Charybdis to be defending our caravan. Ogres have come on over to try to munch on our boys, and I think that would be the worst. So what we have is our blunderbusses set up over here with the normal warriors defending them, and then the overseer out front, and then we have a flanking force of Charybdis and renders to be ripping into the ogres' flanks. The ogres actually are fielding a couple of lead belchers, so we will want to stay a little bit back so we're not taking any free extra damage from those cannons that they are wielding. We'll try to summon in the Kadai to shut them down and then bring the blunderbusses up to finish off the remainders. Let's get this thing going. Yep, send them on forward. We'll have the Charybdis. Looks like they're going to attempt to use the ogre bulls to stop us. So you got to hang out up front to waste the ogre's ammunition. Evasive maneuvers activated. Okay, you guys stay back just a little bit. We don't want them actually able to fire. We're gonna let them draw back into our renders. The good old-fashioned way there. Come on back. Forward. Lovely, and they're actually all by themselves now, which means Fireborn can be activated. We'll send them into the Novelar traps and then crunch these other groups. Oh, there's no escape. Only the void. Extra armor for these guys so the Novelar trappers aren't doing anything goofy. You reach? Nah, not yet. Oh, we'll just keep scooting these guys up forward then. Move up, shoot at the Noblars. There's some trappers up front. Go ahead and give them a hug. You just go around behind them. Drop down the debuff of shoot on these groups as they try to flee. Oh yeah, no problem. Renders come back in. The nuke drops and explodes one of the units of Noblar traps. The blunderbusses should pretty easily deal with the Novelar trappers that are up front there. Guess they're small little guys. No wah the whole way. Those lead belchers are gone. They should blend right through the rest of those units. Come on down here and help out. Charybdis just go after the enemy Slaughtermaster there. We can have the great weapon renders doing the same. Oh yeah, no problem. You move on in to help out with the shotgun. You do the same there. Flame and Shadow on the troops as they try to move forward. Those renders are going to come on in. Oh, the lead belchers are back. Shut them down because that'll be lots of free damage for us. Don't really feel like accepting that. Great weapons come. Oh, the great weapons are the ones that I actually activated. Okay, that's fine. You guys go through. You come on down here and help out with them. Alright, the lead belchers are gone once more. Let's go ahead and see if we can't chase off these trappers, because I think the battle is about won. Just a few volleys is all it really takes. Alright, well, we will go ahead and chase down as many of these Noblars as we can for extra labor for the mine. But they stood not a chance. Did we lose a single unit? No. Beautiful. Alright, decisive victory indeed. Not a single soldier falls, and the poor ogres get sent packing. We will go ahead and transport those captives on back. Lovely, lovely labor. And the turn is ours. Oh, Hecton, thank you for stealing technology. Oh, we must have done that at the very end of our last turn then. Valley of Horns has been sacked. Yes, indeed. Bullthug came on down from the mountains and did some damage. Hrothgar also has made his presence felt over here at Drazhoath. I thought about keeping that battle in to the this episode here, but it would have definitely, having halfway through it, realized that it was going to take up the entire episode plus some, and we would have probably been a whole episode of just an hour and a half battle of waiting for Hrothgar's forces to claim Drazhoath. We weakened them quite a bit there. It just wasn't enough. They had a lot of very, very dangerous units. We brought down one Stegodon. I think they actually had 4 total. We brought down at least 2 of them, and then nearly the Coatl as well. Man was that an army. Not all captives have equal worth as laborers, but it takes experience to tell who's worth shackling and where to send them. Workload requirement drop for all of our raw materials by 10%, and then we gain more labor post-battle by an additional 10% as well, which layers on nicely with all of our different tyrant buffs. And Ferric is ignoring trespassing warnings, at their own peril, I might add. A bunch of goodies, more capacity for warriors. Awesome. Well, Skrillex, we can probably send you on over. I think taking Krudtama and defending here is not a bad call now, just because it has plenty of chaff units to use, as well as 2 blunderbuss squads. So let's move Hrothgar on through. Make sure there's no enemies nearby. Halkenhof is well far away. Yeah, we're good and safe. Yeah, safe ask. Warzog is out and running around now. He is in full WA mode, so everyone's got to be ready. Yeah, let's come on back over to Krudtama here. We'll have Skrillex join up once he does. The extra Bale Taurus or Red Bull, either one, is going to be an awesome addition. This was perfect. They can defend up there, and should be very hard to remove from this position as well. Awesome. Okay, next is go ahead and swing up to our boy Drazhoath then. And I think it is time to bring down the defenders of KARAZ-A-KARAK. These Dahl we have enjoyed our hospitality for far too long. Get rid of our untainted brethren here, who were already suffering a plague. I have no time for this. Is it just the Skaven one? So it's not as dangerous as it could be. That's fine. Hurgrim is out front. Should be able to catch him and rain down hellfire. Alright, the stoutest of peaks. He is going to stand and face us. He does have the Goblobbers, which actually are a pretty awesome unit. This is a Goblin Mangonel, because they are strapping Goblin prisoners to a boulder and launching it at the enemy, so it drops your leadership by 16 when it lands. I think it's getting covered in chunky bits that don't belong to you or anyone you know, or is concerning to everyone. Yeah, this should be quite a fun battle here. We're going to have Drazhoath fly on over, try to disrupt these artillery teams. We don't actually outrange them, but we definitely outpower them. So we'll have the Demon's Tongue at Dreadquake, launching shots, trying to kind of disrupt the artillery teams. We'll have to see exactly how much damage we do to the weapons teams themselves. But otherwise, we can just switch targets to kind of exploding different units wherever we choose. This should be a fun battle here. Let's get in there and crunch some Dawi. Okay, so lovely. We have this bit of a mountain here as kind of a natural barrier. And then this embankment here also kind of acts similarly. Beautiful. So we won't get far enough forward. We want to make sure we know where their artillery teams can fire. So we'll have ours set up. I'm going to set up kind of right here with one of the magma cannons. And then a little ways over. We'll move them as we deem necessary. But for now, we'll kind of throw in the blunderbusses, having the Skaven on the side. We'll control down a couple times. We'll move the Skaven afterwards, get them separate. Want these units really boxed up. Skaven can go out just a little bit then. And these shall be the Skaven Man Squad. Your very own Rattling Guns. We'll have to give them a proper name. We'll go ahead and group them up. Put them into guard mode, which as long as we keep them so that they can march in between the magma cannons, that's all I'm really worried about here. So the magma cannon, I just scoot it over a bit. As long as we can fire on enemy infantry without getting shot at ourselves, I am very content. Sweet. Okay, then we have our infantry units. We'll have the Infernal Guard hanging out behind the Rattling Guns, ready to rush up and defend them if needed. We'll have the Blazing Beards on this flank with the Immortals, the proper one, off of the side here. The Dark Ravagers also can just kind of hang out behind the lines. We'll have the Who Can Die units. Big Papa Stank out front. Make sure you guys are in guard mode, not guard mode, but melee mode. That'll be our specialized infantry, the Normie infantry. Artillery teams. And the boys, let's make sure the mages are up front. We have the flashbang. I'm gonna make sure you're next to our artillery. Really wouldn't be that big a deal if they're firing at him to start. They won't hit him. You keep the middle defended, and then Drazhoath and company can just kind of fly over the top and be obnoxious. Coming in from different angles there. Alright, let's get this battle started. Dreadquake, I'm gonna have you range shots after the Goblobbers there. Drazhoath come across. You just go straight after the Gyro Bomber. That's not a bad first shot, even if it's not really where I wanted them to hit. Those miners got obliterated. Even injured the Longbeards a bit. Our magma cannons are able to start firing in now as well. I'm not going to move the rest of the infantry forward until we have the enemy shut down a bit more there. Drazhoath goes straight in on the gyrocopters. And we'll go ahead and overcast the Ash Storm on all these units here. The Gyro Bomber is going to run for its life. And then once the Ash Storm's down, we overcast the Flames of Asgore and eliminate all the units we can. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. But Flame and Shadow is going to go ahead and drop down uselessly off on the side. Such is the way, I guess. Absolutely annihilated the Flyers. We have a good 43 seconds for everyone else. Let's start sitting in the infantry. Get them set up and ready to go. Kind of slanted a bit. So we'll grab these two and just kind of rotate them. You guys can worry about what's coming up on the other side then. Belial will go ahead and resupply our nuke launcher there and give them a different target. Maybe take out these cannons. Finally caught them. You go ahead and deal with these flame cannons up front here. Gyro Bomber really needs to be gifted the old nope. More Flames of Asgore in that big group there. That's a bad call, boys. Oh, they're actually getting some shots in, I'm guessing, with the cannons. Who hit them? I don't know who it was, but they're going to suffer for it. Come on back in and deal with it. Must have been the cannons. Alright, here come the reinforcements. Lovely, all is one big blob, just as we like to see. Now, they just go ahead and jump some cannonballs through that group there. Oh, they just barely missed. We'll send you in to try to hunt down these Rangers. Perfect, we'll have the Dark Ravagers and everyone coming on forward to stop the enemy infantry coming on in. Magma Cannon, you deal with this group of Slayers. Belial, you as well. We can go for some more ammo replenishment on the nuke. Alright, Drazhoath, come on over. Looks like the AI is splitting up a smidge. Go over the final transmutation is be a bit expensive. I'd rather not. Drazhoath's taking a lot of damage. Let's go ahead and pull away, let him get away from these giant slayers. Actually splitting up pretty good here in the back. Bring everyone back a little bit. Try to draw them over towards our gun line. We'll have you get away from the fight here and go after the gyro bomber. A lot of the enemy. Let's go ahead and have our Jedi deal with the grudge throwers. We can drop down the ash storm from everyone up front here. Have the nuke launcher go after some of these other units that are subbing on in. Flames of Asgore that goes down here. That was an amazing hit. You finished them off. That's perfect. Gatling gun easily dealt with the enemy Lord. I ignore the giant slayers. We'll just have you guys keep moving up. Giant slayers, in fact, get a flashbang. Want to stand still, we can punish that one pretty good. Drazhoath's taking a lot of damage. Go ahead and grab him some armor. Yep, just have it. Burn and fire away. Let's go ahead and shut down these iron breakers. You go after the thunderers. It's melee time. Magma Cannon, go after the quarrels. You deal with these iron breakers up front here, and then you just keep shooting who you currently are. Drazhoath, go ahead and land in these quarrelers here. A couple really good hits across the board. You just throw those grenades there, that'd be great. Suck them a little ways further if you can. Our Kandai are doing just fine for themselves. Trying to find the perfect usage for our Doom of a Shoot here. He's going to charge on in and hopefully paste these Bugman's Rangers. We're not really meant to be in combat. Slow and weaken everyone here, and then just kind of pull on away. Longbeards aren't going to really be a joke at all. Pretty tough cookies. Going in after these Thunderers. You guys can kind of work together on these Dawi warriors. Chuck your grenades over to the other group here. Oh, they're ripping through the Longbeards. Pull them out away from the combat so they can throw those axes in once more there. We'll scoot the shotguns forward. Oh nope, that's the end. Defenders of KARAZ-A-KARAK or weaklings. You decide. How many did we lose total? Like 4? Alright. That's how it's gonna be. I'll get you in a moment. And this honestly shows off the sheer ineptitude of the proper Dawi compared to the Chaos Dwarfs. Man, do they outclass them on almost every single front. And in fact, it actually makes me extremely excited for what's coming with them, with their DLC. So hopefully they don't let us down and the Dawi can shine once more, because at current they just get leg swept by their corrupted cousins at every single turn here. We'll go ahead and transport all 600 of these guys on back. And then to an auto-resolve, we will claim KARAZ-A-KARAK. Logan Stone Shatterer. Oh good, you're already ready to be a miner. Indeed, Drazhoath through the gulag with them. We'll grab the point into spread corruption. We're going to go ahead and max that one out before we continue down his other combat skills. Spreading Hush Shoots. glory. We'll grab the full plate. Sawbars here. Let's grab the gun sight. Or range. Our convoy, we will give the better scales so he can sell his goodies for more when he does finally arrive, and then for Mortem, we'll just keep working down your sniper line. Alright, Drazhoath. KARAZ-A-KARAK must fall. And once again, I am quite sad we don't have any 4,700 labor. Don't mind if I do. They get an earthing rod too. Sweet. Well, that's KARAZ-A-KARAK. We'll go ahead and occupy this at tier 5. Mine. It is now a lovely tower. Karak has been improved in every way. Okay, let's go for the point into spread control on Crucilox. We'll just grab the final points into there so we're not having all of our laborers continue to pitch themselves off of the mountain. More guys that fall into the lava. More we have to replace. Let's go ahead and keep... we'll kick out the Grand Manufactory. What I'm going to do over here is throw in the ore level, whichever the building is that actually allows us to actually get the normal boys here. We actually are currently lacking the final tier iron level, so we can't recruit in Iron Sword, and we can't even recruit any more Iron Glaives if we really wanted to, or Fire Glaives if we wanted to. Let's grab the Ash level here. We'll grab the patrol routes, of course, and the donation barrel, and once these two delete, we'll put in the walls proper. But in the meantime, we'll just go for the prototype mega border. Lovely. The only thing I'm going to complete here right away is going to be the construction on this. We need 300 labor in the Silver Road. I'm sure we can make that happen. In the Silver Road. Do we accept? Now, we are going to do a bit of cheekiness here in moment to moment, so we're going to basically take 200 out of each of these settlements here. Take 200 out of a couple more. And we can basically sell labor across the board, but on some of these, we don't have labor, any actual extra labor laying around, but we can fix that by spending a little bit of gold. Pretty much, and just give labor out to all of our settlements. We'll just quickly grab, skip on through a few minutes if you're uninterested in the sounds of button clicking and making money. I'm here to make some gold, though. We'll drag some labor out of these settlements down here. And just fill it on up across the board. Sweet, some extra over here at Silver Road, too, so we can do the same. And we'll accept for 7,600, and then we're about to make all the money back. Oh, I see. Just some extra surplus labor. We'll go ahead and just slot those guys back in here. Didn't realize I took someone from anywhere. We'll just go ahead and start selling. Just gonna click down the board here. Anywhere we need to refill labor, we will. See how much gold we get by the time we're done here. We're up to 3,100 or 31,000 now. The fact that we have to scroll back to the top every single time is a wee bit sad. Every single time, huh? Thank you. Money. Well, I guess it's worth it for the gold, but man, that's a heck of a lot of scrolling and clicking to do. There was a way to set it to not reset the UI. That'd be just fantastic. But in the meantime, we're up to 55,000 gold. I'm sure we can spend that somewhere. Don't worry, lads, the scrolling is almost over. Your poor eyes. I apologize. There we go. We'll rush construction, and we have 63,000 gold laying around. We are rich. And honestly, we can do the same thing next turn. No problem. We would quickly run out of labor doing so, but now we've got all the money we want. Astaroth here. I'm going to give, he already has some Plague Toads. I'm going to give him a couple more. Plague Toads, after CA changed them up a little bit, have a couple more models. Or maybe they don't have more models, but they have armor piercing and anti-infantry kind of layered up there. So they should perform at least fairly decently in battle. We're going to grab on the other side, also some Hobgobbo archers. We're going to grab 3 of them and a Kadai destroyer. Any army that has the destroyer is instantly made better. Plus, destroyer and toads moving out together sounds like a lot of fun. For Rykarth here, who is about to have to duel with a whole bunch of boys from ogres, I'd really like to actually get in some Marauder Hunters. Their missiles are anti-infantry. So you know what? As little times you're going to hear someone say this, we may grab some Marauder Hunters. Skin Wolves perform very similarly, though. Yeah, let's grab some Skin Wolves. That's much more fun. We'll let that one continue to fill up. And then we just grab some armor-piercing, orc laborers, and a couple more Gobbos. Just to kind of bog the enemy down. We'll grab 2 more archers from him. He should be good to go. At least on the archer department. Alright, Grukherg. One job. Hunt down the Bullthug. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe assassinate the Cuss Flubberubber. What a name. Slaanesh might have a bit of a hold on Greasus' people. Got the big bulge in the south and the Flubberubber up here in the north. Can you reach? Oh, no, he can't. I thought he could. Can any of you reach Bullthug up here in the north? What about you, Callan? Oh, no one at all can. And we can't get any revenge for the Valley of Horns. Well, we've got Ji Wan Du rolling in with some Celestial Dragon Guard. He's going to attack the Great Hall. Luckily, not so concerned about that. In fact, we'll go ahead and stop the building. Let's go ahead and have them try to set up and pretend like they're not there, I guess. Yeah, I'd like to be able to hit Bullthug, but I don't think we're going to be able to. We'll pull this army over to the Great Hall of Greasus. Or, yeah, we'll have them go south. We don't need all of these armies up here. We just need Gromardash and Callan to work together. We'll have you do the replenishing, and you can come on in from the other side there and maybe stand out front and threaten Bullthug. Sounds great. We can have the Hobgoblin army come on down here and start dealing with the camps and threatening them from the rear there. Getting back the Flayed Rock would be awesome, as it just gives us a bit of extra control faction-wide. We move through and get the rest of these boys moving.
You know, I'm gonna defend.
Greasus, I don't want to hear anything you got to tell me. I was trying to select Astrogoth. There we go. I think I'd like Astrogoth to come on over and attack Kislev right now. And we'll have to hand this one off to the auto-resolve as we've already broken Prague. Yep, close victory. They have an elemental bear. Oh, how frightening. Bush. 295 go the way of the Dodo, but we'll go ahead and sack Kislev for another huge amount of gold. And actually, instead of claiming, because I realize we don't actually have all that much Conclave influence at the moment, so we'll only be able to take it up to probably tier 1 or 2, I would like to claim Kislev rather at tier 5. So let's grab Astrogoth. We'll sprint up back to the north in March stance. Prague, how awesome. That's the best. I should replenish all the way up to full. Almost. Near 2. Astrogoth, we will give you the next point into Hellforged Ordnance. Rock here. Devastating Charge is not necessary since he's more of a defender, so we'll go for the spread control so we can just keep the rowdy Kislevites in order. Beautiful. All of our extra gold, we upgrade Prague. Let's go ahead and actually rush this. And then we'll bring the labor over if we need it. Only 280 needed. That's so awesome. So let's drop upkeep. And what can Astrogoth really use? I mean, I would say some more Bull Centaurs, but again, we can't really recruit them yet. So in the meantime, Incinerator wouldn't work out here. And we'll just go for the Ziggurat Tenements for the extra replenishment and recruit rank. So let's go ahead and spend some of the labor on the replenishment building. Losing 14s, we gotta send some of our labor on over to the Cursed City. At least pretty soon. We're good for now. Arch Adam keep moving on down after Rug the Stench here. We can move past into Zarnagrund. And then hopefully move it out and attack him after. Perfect Zatan is recruiting up more troops in the north. Oh, wait, hang on now. He is not. He's been besieged. Oh, by the forces of the Storm Dragon. Alright, welcome on back, everyone. Bit of a jump cut there. I had to take a rather important call, but we are back. I wasn't able to get back to recording until after our Zhangjiang stream. So it's very, very late, so hopefully the brain isn't fully melted. Let's get back to it. So Zatan has a whole bunch of armies surrounding him who actually initiated the siege. Oh, it was Jindu. You fool. You might have had a chance if Miao Yang initiated the siege, because she has a lot of good spells. Luckily still doesn't have the Talons of Night, so she's not quite as deadly. She can heal. But, I mean, besides having really good melee attack and defense, she's got nothing going for her here. Perfect. Yeah, let's charge on in it straight away. We should have enough time for hopefully another couple battles for this episode. Let's get in there. Zatan, your next test is now. Alright then, let's get the army set on up. So the smaller Cathayan force is up on the top of the hill. That's actually pretty great, because normally we would have to fight our way up the hill. Instead, we can kind of sit and wait for them. We've got two armies coming on in, so let's get the... Let's go ahead and have the blunderbuss set up front. Just in the outskirts of the forest there. We'll have the fire glaives waiting for the other team to come on in. We have a nice bit of slower units here. Can't think of the exact word I'm thinking of. It eludes me. Blunderbuss is in. Two archers. And the speed bump. That's what I'm looking for. These are the speed bump units. Just gonna stand in the way for a moment. They even have some flame and shadow if I can remember to use it before they flee. But just to slow these guys on down before they get into contact with anyone else. We'll have the sneaky gits waiting to stop them even further. A bit more of a stopping block there for them. Speed bump, don't know why that word is so hard for me to remember. We'll have our troops move on forward. We'll have the artillery teams set up and waiting. Let's go. One hell cannon. One looking down the other line. Actually, we'll have the hell shriek doing the same for the death shriek. It can savage the jade lances, then turn and deal with all of the artillery teams coming on in from the other side. Sneaky gets. We want to make sure our laborers are the ones taking the brunt of the spellcasting, so I'm actually going to hide that group. We can push them out later on, as needed. Goblins. The Groms boys. Serve the Drothstar. Alright, we'll have the Ice Trolls in. Everyone else is good to go. We'll make you, Pithuk, in melee mode, and we are ready to charge on in. Alright, so infantry. Let's get it started. Alright, Zatan, you go chase down the enemy lord that immediately disappeared. Get in there. Farouk, come on in and bully the Lord Magistrate. Just leave everyone else back. Let's get the line rifles up on the hill so they can actually get some shots in on the enemy as they funnel on in. we can have these laborers being the distraction. Our lord is under attack. Oh no. Whatever shall we do?
I should know more.
We just drop down the flaming sword of ruin both here. Bit of melee defense. Having a hard time landing. Meanwhile, Zatan's bullying the Sky Lantern. Just a couple hits should bring that thing down. Oh, they're actually taking shots at the Norse controls. Funny. Doing everything they can to get some damage in. And the blimp falls. Alright, Zatan, come on back quickly. Enemy Lord is defeated. We'll go ahead and have Ethu continuing to chase him off. And we'll have you go on and deal with the Shugen gun that just showed up to fall, the poor fool. Yeah, Lord Magistrate is, he may come back on in, but he is walking, so I'm not too concerned. Here comes Miao Ying. Alright, and it is closing in on the 4th of July here, so if you hear any pops in the background, that is people expressing their joy that the 4th is almost upon us. Let's drop in the nukes from the sky, as well as the Fireborn here. Anyone who wants to start any problems with the Fireborn can meet the hammer. That's pretty good there. Alright, Zatan. I'm gonna have you move on around so you're getting shot at by cannons the whole time. Arcanine Fireborn are a bit wasted there. But let's see, Death Shriekers, where are you guys at? Just kind of tear apart these Jade Lances as they rush on in. We do have to worry about the fools firing nonsense on over. Lightning is dropping on down to the sneaky hits. Hopefully they can escape. Even if just barely. You two sneak on free. Can't grab both of them. There we go. Come on free of the forest there. They're all trying to form up together. Let's go deal with the blimps first. I should have attacked her. She's in the forest now. Let's go ahead and pull away from the forest. That's what she wants me to fight at, so we'll throw it away. No thanks. Veil Taurus, move in and deal with the Jade Warrior crossbows. You escape nowhere. Miao Ying is over into our back line. Because of course she is. Alright, turn and fight. We actually need you guys to move forward. I need y'all to turn and deal with the different units of crossbows. Anyone who has a crossbow needs to fall. We are about to lose a lot of, why are you guys running into combat? Alright, Zatan, get back over here. Having you chase off blimps is a big old waste. One more good hit. We haven't used any of their magic. Drop down the Firestorm. Yeah, they are in on our back line. This is no good. You know, Ying got absolutely wrecked. But we did a really bad job keeping them corralled, so... Luckily, Zatan is here. But he has to deal with the Wu Jing and things first. This could have been a much better battle here. We won't continue to smack talk. We brought down the blimp. Let's go ahead and deal with the Lord Magistrate next. Miscast chance because it matters. Let's go for the Flaming Sword. No, not a good call there. It's just the Burning Head. we lose some gobos, so be it. We've already lost plenty. Laser rifle's turn. Oof. Tough little infight there, but we managed to get rid of them. Ekathans put up a bit of a fight, that's for sure. We definitely should not have focused down on the blimps. That was a real bad call. Zatan should have been chasing down Miao Ying from the start of the fight. That's alright. We'll end up taking a bit more casualties than initially intended, but I'll catch you all in but a moment. Alright. It gives us a close victory. Now that I'm looking at this, I gotta shake the Plo Koon, no one's expendable mentality I have. Because the only people we lost there were the ones that were meant to be fallen, except for, I guess, our Drazhoath warriors, but if they fell, they were not worthy of a shoot either way. We'll go ahead and transport all 567 of them on back to Zarnagrund. Lovely. We have lots of painting that needs doing. And they're gonna all Pokemon walk away slowly one at a time. Only 2 of them managed to escape. Let's go ahead and deal with this army first. I'm going to attempt to pronounce that. Fighting one person, we lose everyone. Are you sure about that? Alright, well, let's pull everyone else back. That you guys facing the wrong direction so you don't actually blow up any of our units. I don't mind having the line rifles forward since they're actually pretty accurate. Spread them out by a good bit so they don't get in each other's way. And then all we really need is the Taruk and Zatan. We only really need Zatan, let's be honest. But we may add some extra poison just for good measure. Speed things up as fast as we can. Line rifles, get her. Zatan and Taruk, get her. He knows death is upon her. You come on over and you can add some magic. In fact, make sure she has no magic. Enjoy. This poor fool. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm not sure why auto resolve is so kind. Oh, your health. Not sure why auto resolve is so kind to you, but I swear if you manage to get into melee and do damage to some of my line rifles, I'm going to frown at you very hard. Oh yeah, we stopped her just in time. Ooh, that got spooky for a second. Zatan. Come on, bud. We pay you for one thing. And it's the crunk to get. You can use our airbender magic and it's gonna do absolutely nothing. There's the win. Yeah, I'm not sure why I thought anything else was gonna happen there, but you know how it is. I'm gonna try to make sure she doesn't escape here with Zatan, but you never know. There it is. Alright, well, Liu Ye has been dehorsed. We attempted it that time and we definitely butchered it. Now that your ears are bleeding, let's go deal with Shwomi. With medium casualties. You know what? We were due to changing of the guard anyway. Get rid of them. We'll take the gold so we can better replenish our forces, and we'll just retreat on back to. Oh, she survived.
Interference will cost you your life.
Oh man, this didn't go
Interference will cost
nearly as well as I thought it did. Good news is all the important units did survive, so we can come on into Zatan's force here. I have a plan. I noticed we don't have the Infernal Iron Sword building. We need to find. I'm pretty sure the most upgraded barracks is over at either KARAK, Azul. Surprisingly enough, we'll take the iron level here and we'll just throw all of the labor we have at it. So we need 540 at the Southern World's Edge. We can do that. There's 590 in there now, so we can just go ahead and grab as is, flying to the southern world's edge. There they are. Shove all the labor on in except for 1,000. We've got 62k just kind of laying around. Go for those upgrades there. I'm going to just shove in the better walls at Sump Pit and the Black Iron. Their gold refinery too wouldn't be a bad call. We do like gold. And now, with that build again, we can actually replace some of these guys as well. So let's get rid of these Infernal Guard and actually the Blazing Beards too. I am tempted to get rid of the Iron Sworn, but or the Infernal, the Immortals, but they're just too good. Dark Ravagers are also kind of a mainstay. I would like to get them into another army though, kind of kick them out and let them replenish in 10 turns. So we'll do this now. Rip the Band-Aid off. We've only got 2 slots in global. That's just fine. We'll just take the turns to. Actually, who's taking up our slots? You. Oh, that's not global. Who's taking up the other slots? You. You don't need archers at all. Get rid of those. I don't mind taking the turns for the other. Drazhoath. My main man. Let's get some more explosives. Your Infernal Iron Sworn need replenishing. The fact that it takes 1 turn is just beautiful. And then we can do the same thing with Zatan here. Give him those Infernal Iron Sworn. To replace the cutthroats we lost. And then, I mean, I like his force besides this. Getting some of the Hobgoblins would be great. Let's just grab a couple Goblin Laborers. And then Heroic Killing Blow. Awesome. We are kneecapping the world at the moment. I think the next point we'll go into the Flaming Sword. We'll just kind of finish that one off. It's very cheap and fast to sling the spells. We'll grab the Seeing Red as well. Oh, sweet, we get 2 points. Seeing Red and Woundmaker. Weapon strength, weapon strength, weapon strength. After you see it, just grab the... And then... I guess we leave the Weapons Workshop in. Normally I would delete, but I kind of need it. Let's grab some labor and throw them on in at the Warpstone Desert. Near the top, I saw it. Right here. Labor on in. We'll go ahead and upgrade up to tier 2. I need a little bit more than that. We won't go to tier 2 then. Let's jump into our province page here and just do as much spinning of the gold as we can. So all over the Oblast, we can go for upgrade, Peak Pass. We can come on down to Nashrak's Lair. Not as exciting. And it takes raw materials, which is bleh. Although that's raw materials as well. Unfortunately, we have all this gold and nothing really to spin it on. We can finally upgrade the final tier walls there at the old schoolhouse. One of our main original provinces. I guess it's just gonna be walls. Walls absolutely everywhere. I'm gonna go for the double down on the Dreadquake. Dreadquake Mega Mortar. Bloodwind Keep. We could go for the ore level for the additional Infernal Castellan. Not a bad idea. Get one of them in Zatan's army. Don't need the nuke launcher, not one bit. Strike 8 Peaks could actually use the better defenses. In fact, we're going to go ahead and delete that. It's not needed. Karak Vlag also could use the upgrades. Being on the cusp of chaos and whatnot too. Karak Krakatin. I mean, I'm not going to upgrade it, but it's doing alright for itself. And those will eventually be real good once they are free and clear of any kind of nuisance. Awesome. Well, somehow we spent all of that gold, and I am going to be out of time for today. I have been Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub though, and I will see you on the next one.